about the introduction of Java. So before going to learn the Selenium, we should know the basic concepts of the Java. So how many? So you can use the many programming language in the Selenium. So Selenium is an open source which is going to be supporting the different programming languages. So, but I am going to be using Java as a programming language to automate my test cases. Uh, we are going to be automating our test cases by using Java. So why we have to use Java in the Selenium? So first thing, Java is an open source and Selenium is also an open source, which is freely uh, we can use. So it mainly Selenium is going to supporting different operating system and Java is also going to be supporting the different operating system. Both are open source. And coming to the Java, so main advantages of Java, what is the features and advantages of the Java is mainly Java is an independent Java is an independent high-level programming language, which is also independent high-level object-oriented programming language, which was developed, if you want more information about the Java, which was introduced in 1995. It was introduced in the 1995 by Sun Microsoft Corporation, which is maintained by the Oracle people. Later, it is widely built applications which is going to support the desktop applications, which is going to be supporting the mobile application and larger scale enterprise application it is going to be supporting. So first features of this one is it is a platform independent. So what do you mean by platform independent? So Java follows the principle of write once and run many times, run anywhere. So what is the main features? Write once. So once we have written the code, that code is going to be executed anywhere. Anywhere. So anywhere means it can be executed in the Windows environment, it can be executed in the Mac environment, um, it can be executed in the Linux environment, it can be executed in the Linux environment also. So Java code, whatever the code here we having, that Java code is compiled into the binary code, then it will be executed on any devices which is going to be called as a virtual machine. Okay, that's why it is become as a open source applications. Coming to the another advantages of uh, line Java is object oriented. So what you mean by object oriented? So we can use one object can be manipulated or one object can be uh, work as per its requirement, one form into many forms, I can say that. So one person, I can say that Sarita is a trainer, so whenever I'm giving trainer, I'm working as a trainer. Same Sarita is going to be working as a employee when he is working for the company. So one object is going to be created so that I can do multitasking work. So that is a more advantageous multi-threading concept. And here we having the memory storage. So memory is going to be managed by the garbage collector, we will see that one. So what are the versions we have available in the Java? So basically uh, we having different uh, versions, or we can say editions we having. First is the Java SC. So Java Standard Edition, which is used to develop the desktop applications and server side applications, which is going to be used for the server side applications. So we are going to be working on EE, Java uh, enterprise version. So which provide the features of distributing and computing the web services, building for the large scale enterprise applications. So whatever the web applications we want to work, that applications we can used by the enterprise version. And we having another versions in the Java is Java ME micro edition, which is going to be used to design the mobile based applications, mobile based devices or embedded systems. We can say that embedded system this Java is going to be used. And Java FX, Java XF, which is a highly internet applications with advanced uh, graphical versions. So we having the different versions. Java, we having the different Java versions like uh, Java 7 1.7, Java 8 we having, Java 7 we having. So we having the different versions. So presently most of companies, I can say that is going to be the Java 8 version. Most of companies are using that 8 version. And Java 1.7 is also used by some companies. uh, so so in the Selenium, why we are using it is an open source and uh, as well as very effective, and which whatever the test scripts we are going to be executed is faster than the other automation tools and easy to learn. So if we use the Selenium with Java, which is easy for understanding and which we can use it. So what is the difference between the scripting language and programming language? So I have told you Java is a object oriented programming language. So what do you mean by object oriented programming languages? First we will see what is program. So program is nothing but a set of instructions. Program is nothing but a set of instructions. So what is instruction? Set of rules here. So what is rules? Suppose if you want to cross a road, so you having the rule that whenever there is a red light you have to stop, whenever there is a green light you have to cross it. So if you are not following the rules, what happen? You will hit by another vehicle. So here also, when we are using any Java programming language, uh, the main purpose of programming language is we have to follow the instruction. Based on instructions only we are going to be writing the code. So every programming languages, if you see as a programming languages, it having the set of rules. Every C program should start with the public class name. It should consisting of open braces, it should consisting of closed braces, it should consisting of main method uh, main method. The main functionality should be written within the main method. If I want to write after the main method, it will not execute it. So we having the rules, we have to follow that rules. So if you are not following the rules, so it may be a difficult for you. That's why Java is a purely programming languages which we have to follow the instruction. and and we having the another language. Another language is a scripting language. A scripting language is nothing but it is a language which is going to be used for testing and validating the application. Testing and validating the application. So here in this language we don't have any rules basically. So it is a formal, I can say that it is a formal languages which is used to write the instruction to execute our task. So if in general terms I can say that I want to perform the testing, so I can perform the testing in the four different aspects. So what are that aspects? I can perform the positive testing, I can perform the negative testing, I can perform the mm, validation testing. So which one is comfortable for me, I am going to be following. So here I can say that we don't have any rules to perform the activities. So whenever you are following the scripting languages, there are no rules. So Java is a high level language, I can say that, uh, which is compiled, in which we having the compiler and interpreter, and it is a mostly used for um, automating, in general terms I'm saying, automating the our application, web based applications. We are following the programming languages. So Selenium supports both the scripting and programming languages. So what is compiler and what is interpreter? I told us Java is going to be supported both compiled language and interpreted language. So compiler and interpreter is there. Suppose here I'm having 1 to 10 lines of instruction. I'm having 1 to 10 line of instruction. What the compiler will do means, compiler or interpreter. So everyone knows what is computer. Computer is an electronical device which runs with electricity. So what electricity will understand? The electricity will understand only two stage, on and off stage. So on is going to be represented as 0. So on is going to be represented as 1, off is going to be represented as 0. So the data which computer is understand, basically we know that computer understanding only the binary languages. So binary languages is nothing but zeros and ones. So which it is running with the electricity, means electricity having only two states, that is zeros and ones. So that's why what we are going to do, whatever the binary language is there, this language is going to be converted. If I am sending the instruction in the binary language, so I don't know the binary languages, so I can't able to send the instruction in the binary languages. So what I have to do, whatever the high level instruction I'm passing to my computer has to understand my high level languages. Suppose if you buy a laptop, so when you buy a laptop, you have to install OS, operating system you are going to be installing. OS is going to be installed. What do you mean by this OS? OS is nothing but the operating system. Why you need to install it? So in generally, I am familiar with my local language, you are familiar with English. So if we want to communicate, there should be a mediator who can understand this both the languages. So here also this operating system which understand the both the languages, it understand the machine language as well as high level languages. So when you buy any laptop or any desktop, you will install the OS. So what its OS duty is here means, the OS what it will do means, it will, whatever the instructions I'm sending, in which languages I'm sending my instruction in the high level languages. So I'm sending my instruction in the high level languages. What this OS will do means, this OS will convert my high level instructions to the machine level instruction which my computer will understand. So my computer will understand the machine level languages. So it will convert into the machine level languages. If it is give response in the high level, in the machine level languages, I can't able to understand. So what it will do? Again, it will convert the machine level instruction as a high level instructions. So that our OS will act as a mediator which is going to communicate between the both the uh, user and the application. So whenever I'm sending my instruction, it should be in the uh, it should be understandable by the computer, then only the computer will give the response. So if I'm talking in my local languages, if you don't know my languages, what you will say, you will not respond anything. If I'm asking the question, and if I'm asking some question, that question if you understand only, you are going to giving the reply to me. So here what we are doing, here I am keeping a one person, what question I have asked you, he is going to convert it, that question into high level English, I can say that English, and whatever you have given the response in the English, he will convert it into my local language. So that's why operating system is most important in every laptop or system. If sometimes if you are facing the issue with the OS, means your system is not work, because it is not communicating the instructions to you. So what happens, sometimes some people will say that my OS is corrupted. So once it is corrupted, means your system is not going to working. So you have to make the operating system updated so that it can able to communicate with each other. So here what is interpreter? So here what the we having in this OS, we having two types. One is compiler compiler and interpreter. So I can say that interpreter is the oldest one which is going to be used in olden days, when we having in 1995 we having the DOS operating system. Before Windows we having the DOS operating system. At that time the OS containing only interpreter. When they have introduced the Windows applications, Windows 95, Windows 97, Windows now 2010 we are going to be using 2011 latest versions, whatever the latest version, it having this both the things. So what it having the compilers, most of the operating system will have the compilers. And coming to the Java, in Java we having this both the things. So what first we will say what is compiler. Compiler, what it will do means, one line at a time it will convert it into the machine languages. So what it will do means, whatever the instructions I am sending, suppose here I'm having 10 lines of instructions. So what it will do, it will check this instruction once, and if it is correct, it will go to the next line, and it will check if it is correct, it will goes to the next line. Suppose here I got an error. So what it will do, it will stop executing here, and it will tell us please correct it boss. So once I have corrected it, it will execute it. If it is correct, it will go. Suppose here I am facing issue, so again it will stop it here, I have to correct it, and again I have to run. Suppose it has executed, again here I having problem, I have to correct it and I have to run it. So like this I have to do, I have to stop at every time and I have to do it. So what happening here, it is taking some time for me to complete my task. So this can be avoided by using the compiler. So compiler, what it will do, it will take the entire program in one shot. So how it is going to taking the entire program in one shot means, it will take all these 10 lines of instruction. It will take all these 10 lines of instructions, and what it will do means, there is a problem in the third line, there is a problem at the fourth line, there is a problem at the seventh line it will display. So what I will do, I will take this one as in a single shot, and uh, I will correct it once, and I will execute all this one at once. So compared to the interpreter, compiler is more faster. Okay, compiler is a faster, interpreter is a little slow one. So that's why most I can say that Windows, most of most of operating system containing only the compiler. Coming to the Java, so here in Java, what we are going to do in Java is a programming language which we are uh, going to having a virtual machine. Just so whatever the Java code we having, so I have written the Java in some programmatic. So Java is also having the steps of instructions which we can create and execute in the computer. Okay, so for example, I have written the Java code. Here I will write the Java code. So Java code is also having a programmatical structure language which consisting of class name, class name which consisting of main method. In main we have to set the block similar like see every operate object oriented program language consists, the structure will be the same. C right, everything will be, structure will be same, but syntactically it may be different. So I have written, just I want to print a hello statement. So here I have printed system.out.println hello statement I have printed in the main. So this program, whatever this program is there, this program I'm going to be called as a source code. So what this Java will do means, in Java we having a virtual machine. So basically what every operating system will do, suppose this is my computer memory. So I'm having C application, it will be storing C application program, it is storing here. I'm having Word application program, it is going to be storing here. I'm having another um, some uh, Excel application is there, that Excel application is storing here. So what happening, if I want to search any C related programs, so I having a class called as a class, B class, I'm having a C class, I'm having a D class, here I'm having. So I'm having n number of classes. So in this n number of classes, I want to search it, means what happening here, I'm getting to search it anything, here I will get some delay. Why? Because if you are arranging all your things in a one self, it is easy. Suppose I am having a room, a house which I have having a kitchen items in that room, I am having my books in that room, I am having uh, all my material in that room. So it is difficult to find out. Suppose if I have divided, have put as a racks, and I am putting all my subjects books in a single row, if I want to pick my social book, it is easy to pick it. So here if we are in the other programming languages, these difficulties we having. So what the Java has did means, Java has created separate virtual memory. So it will create a space in the memory, and uh, which is supposed to execute the Java related code only. So Java related files, every Java related files it has stored here. So it is easy, just like a rack, it has been created in the memory, so that all my Java related things I will store it in this self. So it is easy to pick and it is easy to execute for me. Okay. So every Java, for everything we having a life cycle. For here also for the JVM we having a life cycle. We will see that one later. So whatever the Java code I'm having, that Java code is going to be compiled by the compiler. So once it was compiled by the compiler, what it will do means, whatever the executable code it has executed, it is going to be converted into the bytecode. So this bytecode is going to be run in any platform. That's why I have said once we have write and we can run, or we can uh, so once we have written and we can uh, anywhere we can execute that one. So why, how we can going to be executed? This bytecode can be executed by any platform, like Windows environment. It can be executed by the Linux environment. It can be executed by the Mac environment. So that is the one of the advantages using with the Java. So Java is a virtual machine which work as an interpreter, and in Java we having Java runtime environment. So Java runtime environment. Before going to see, first we will see the life cycle of JVM. So first, here we also having 6 phases, like in Selenium for the SDLC we having 6 phases. For the STLC we having the 6 phases. In the software development we have a requirement phase, analyzing phase, designing phase, coding phase, testing phase, and maintenance phase. So here also first thing we have to load the things. So JVM will load JVM loader will loads all the Java files. So whenever we have created, it will create a dot class file. When you create any Java file, it will create a Java dot class file in the memory. Why it is going to be created? I have told you. It will create a separate environment. It will create a separate memory block. In that block, it is going to be creating. Once it was created, what it has to do? It has to verify where it was created in the Java runtime environment. So it has created a separate block. It has created in that block or not, it has to verify. So whatever the bytecode verifier check the code of the bytecode is safely to validate it or not. So what our compiler has did, the compiler has compiled all our 10 instructions of the code. So the 10 instructions of the code is going to be converted correctly or not, it is going to be checked. So once a dot class file has been created by the compiler, so what it has to do, it has to validate by the JIT compiler. So just in time compiler, we can say that just in time compiler. So what it will do, it will compile the code again by the interpreter, I can say that. And once it was compiled, and it will prepare a memory allocation. So JVM allocates the memory for the class variable. So in that one, I have created a class. In for that class, I have created some variables. Some variables, nothing but class. In general terms, I can say that class is my house. In my house, I have to store furniture. So furniture is nothing but the variable. So where I have to store that variable, how to initialize that variable, what are the static fields I can use it. Statistical fields means which I can make as a public, which I can make as a private. So if I am having a chair, I will keep in the outside. If I am having a goal, I will keep in the inside. So which one have to make secure? So I will prepare it and resolve if any uh, issues are there, any reference issues are there, any memory address reference are there, we will use. So once we have resolved, then so here once dot class file is going to be compiled by the compiler, if any issues is, we will resolve it. Once we have resolved it, we will execute that one. So when we are executed that one, what it will do, it will execute and it will convert into the negative code. So negative code, here what happening means, whatever the interpreter is there, the interpreter will take that bytecode and compiled by the JIT compiler, and it will convert into the negative code. So what this negative code will do means, it can be executed within any environment. And we having a garbage collector also. we having the garbage collector. So garbage collector manage the memory clearance. So for example, I have created a 10 variables. Basically I have created 10 variables, but I'm not using, only I'm using 4 variables. So if I'm having all the 10 variables, so my memory will be full. uh, I'm having here my memory, I have created 10 variables. So if it was occupied by all my 10 variables, but I'm not using all these 10 variables, I need only these 2 variables, for example. So remaining, what happened means, it is going to be cleared by the garbage uh, collector, which we are unusing them, and so that it will free the memory. When the memory is free, we can main advantages of memory free. Suppose if there is a huge queue is there to take the ticket, so you will definitely get the ticket late. If you having the queue less, you will get the ticket quickly. So here also, when there is a less objects in the memory, so the execution speed will be more. If there are more objects in the memory, it is difficult to find the objects at the correct time. So that is the problem which we are going to be facing. So the garbage collector uh, will clear the uh, uh, all the unused object. It will not create the objects which we are going to be using. So the main advantages of JVM is, which is a platform independent, which allows the Java to run in our system. So whenever you installing the Java in your system, automatically the machine is also going to be installed in your system, and it which managing the memory, and it managing the resource, it having the garbage collector, it having the JIT compiler. So here already we you got a doubt, I think. We having a already compiler. The compiler has taken all my 10 lines of instruction and it has corrected it. So after creating a dot class file, why again I need a compiler? So again, if it is already corrected, we are checking again we are checking single line to get a clarification that we have missed anything or not. So if we are not missed anything, means we can execute it successfully without any problem. Okay. So Java is a popular programming languages which is going to choose for the Android application. Mostly it is going to be chosen by the Android applications with the Java programming language is a platform independent. We have discussed. So how to install Java? First thing. So to install Java, first what we have to do, we have to download the Java from the Oracle Corporation. So you can directly, it is an open and free source, I have told you. So you can download it. So if you go to particular site, download JDK, Java Development Kit. So you can click on download Oracle. So here it is showing the different versions. So it is going to be supported by the different operating system: Linux, Mac operating system, Windows operating system. So which system is yours, you have to choose. So my is Windows operating system, I'm going to be choosing the Windows operating system. So once you have clicked, and you have to click on this download button, it will download in your system. So I have already in my system. So once it was downloaded, you have to unzip that one. Once you have unzipped that one, it will get in the options like next, next, next. So you can download it. Okay, I will try to download. I will delete my one and I will try to download the latest one. If you see where it was downloaded, you have to go to your C drive program files. You can see Java is there. So here I having the Java JDK I'm having. So I'm going to deleting this one. So I will try to download again. So you can open this one. It is trying to install. Click on next. You want to install in the C drive or yes. Yes. It will take some time to install it. Successfully, see here, it's successfully installed. So I'm just closing this one. If I go again back to here, see here, it was installed my JDK here. So what is JDK? Basically, when you install anything, we have it in Java. Basically, if you install older version 1.7, at that time what happening, we having two files, one is the JDK and JRE, but now you can see we having only JDK. What is JDK? JDK is nothing but Java Development Kit. JRE is nothing but Java Runtime Environment. Java Runtime Environment. So in JDK, for example, I want to play a cricket. So if I want to play a cricket, what is the basic thing I need? I need cricket kit. Cricket kit I need cricket click players. Yes, I need ground. So these are the basic things I need. Similarly, like to work with Java, I need these things. So I need Java kit and I need environment to play my automation scripts. Why? Because I'm working on the Selenium side, so I'm saying that automation scripts. So I need. So here JDK is nothing but our cricket kit. I can say that it is a cricket kit. And JRE is nothing but our ground. So players is nothing but I have to set my system to make ready as a playground. So how I am going to making my system as a playground means I have to set my configuration. So right click on your this PC. You are able to see this one. Click on advanced. Click on environment variable. So here we having the path. So I will request you, don't delete anything. Don't delete this one. Why? Because if you delete that one, it will make you problem. So I have to go to Java. I have to go to bin. So this is my all the players list. I can say that in simple words. So I'm going to edit this one. Why? Because previously I am having older version. So I'm displaying, I'm entering, I'm clicking OK. So basically we having two differences. One is our if I want to play with India with Pakistan, for example, I'm saying. So here I'm having, I have set the path. Here also I need to set the path. So I'm setting the path. I'm clicking on OK. So I'm clicking on OK. I'm clicking on OK. So both I have set here. So I have set the so whenever I'm downloading, both will come in a single one. So I'm getting my cricket kit, and as well as I'm selecting the ground. So I can play grounds, also having the different types of grounds. I can play in my street. I can play in one stadium. I can play in one stadium. I can play like LB Stadium. LB Stadium. I can play in Calcutta Stadium. We having the different places where we can play. So for this one, what I have to do, which one is comfortable for me, I have to choose it. So like that, I am going to be choosing the Eclipse environment, or I can use Intel J. Intel J. I can use it. I can use Intel J. Basically, we are mostly popular. We are using these two only, so we can use it. So here, when you download, I am going to be downloading the Eclipse environment. You can download the Eclipse environment. Similarly, I want to download the Eclipse. Download Eclipse. You have to download this one. If you download this one, I'm already having same like that you are going to be downloading. So once I have downloaded, I have seen here it was downloaded. It will take 10 to 15 minutes time so that you can download it. So it is taking some time to open the Eclipse. Eclipse is an environment where we are going to downloading that one. So here I have to, here Eclipse is a used workspace directory to store, and it prefer the directory of artifacts. So what I can do, if I want to create anything, so I want to create my project on my desktop. So I'm going to be creating on desktop. So what I have to give here, online training. So online training. So I have created an online training here section. So here you can able to see this one. We having the welcome screen. So in welcome screen, you can use the reviews for the Selenium ID configuration, help to create the hello welcome application, creating the project to be checked out. import the already existing project, launch the Eclipse marketplace, open the exist one. So I don't want this one, just I will close this one. You can see it, you can create the project, you can do it. You can do it. uh, uh, you can create the maven project, you can create a simple project, you can import the project. Just I want to create a project, so new project, I want to create a new sorry, I want to create a new. So I'm creating the new. Which type of project you want to create? I want to create a new Java project, so I'm going to be creating the new Java project here. uh, Here, free online training I'm going to be giving. So which one I have to choose? Whichever I have installed in my system, I'm going to be choosing. I have to click on next. So once I have clicked on next, here I'm able to see I'm going to be creating my project. If you see here, I having the JRE, so Java runtime environment I'm having. In this Java and runtime environment, all my jars I'm having. So all my, I can say that all my players are available to play my cricket. So this is all about the uh, installation of Java, which we are going to be installing. And we once we have installed the Java, then we are going to be setting our environment. Once we have set the environment, then we can start writing the programs in this environment. Where we are going to be writing the programs means we having the source. So it is a workspace where we have to play our cricket. Suppose if I am playing my cricket in LB stadium, like that stadium, I can able to see all my, everyone can able to see the cricket with comfortable, without any problem. So similarly here also we are going to be creating a workspace where everyone can able to access it, everyone can able to view it. So I'm storing it everyone in a single place, so that it is easy to maintenance also. So I'm storing in different placements. It is very difficult to handle it. So if I'm storing it in one place means it is easy to handle it. And so this is all about the introduction of Java, where we have discussed about what is Java and how to install the Java in our system. Once we have installed the Java, we are going to be working with other part of Java. Okay, then thank you guys.